Thank you, Mr. President. I speak on behalf of Maat for Peace, Development and Human Rights to express our deep concern over the decline in compliance with the ATT in the Arab region. Irresponsible arms transfers continue to fuel violations of international humanitarian law, including war crimes and crimes against humanity in several ongoing conflicts, notably in Gaza, Sudan, and Syria. In Gaza, despite clear evidence of civilian killings and indiscriminate attacks, several state parties and signatories, including the US and some European countries, continue to supply weapons to the Israeli occupation forces. According to the latest figures, over 62,975 people have been killed, including 18,792 children and 12,400 women. We commend Slovenia, which has fully banned arms exports and imports related to Israel. However, we call on all state parties to impose a complete suspension of arms transfers to the Israeli occupation forces until the operations cease. Turning to Sudan, under Article 11 of the treaty, state parties are required to prevent diversion of conventional arms, yet weapons continue to reach the rapid support forces, which are committing grave human rights violations. Reports implicate even Serbia and France, both ATT members, in enabling such diversions. In Syria, we are witnessing an uncontrolled flow of weapons to various parties, including tribal forces in Suwaida, certain Druze community factions, and other armed groups. These weapons primarily originate from the Israeli occupation government and the current Syrian government, escalating sectarian clashes and risking the spread of arms to terrorist organizations. Given these developments, Maat urgently calls on all state parties and signatories to 1. Suspend all arms transfers to parties involved in grave violations of international humanitarian law, particularly Gaza, Sudan, and Syria. 2. Conduct comprehensive risk assessments before approving any arms exports, considering both humanitarian and security conditions in recipient countries. 3. Increase transparency by publishing risk assessment, resulting wherever possible to ensure accountability and public trust. The ATT's credibility depends on the commitment of its state parties to uphold their obligations. Without decisive action, the continued flow of arms will only fuel civilian deaths, escalate conflicts, and undermine IHL, international law. Thank you.